There, rely. We're closing in on the 500. Alright, there's Discord. I thought about doing Power Up, but I know I said we'd do this one next. I think this should just be a one-stream game, anyway. Also, it's like the other Fox game.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Hey, Milk.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Okay, Sprint is toggle. I kind of don't like that.
Him?
Yeah, a bit. Usually get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life.
You know, I don't
saw
know,
a
because
fox on a snowy
when
mountain.
I opened this game to see like what kind of game it was on the start page, I thought it was the one we already did.
Eyes out of my head.
But I'm pretty sure this is a different one, especially since this one has talking. I don't think the other one had any dialogue.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened.
Alright, do we move
past couple
faster
days,
diagonally?
That's all.
I think we might.
You're not going to sleep
Speedrunning
anyway.
strats already.
You should tell me. I want to hear.
All right. So, not far from her home, she followed that path
Oh, I
to
hate this
something
camera.
unexpected. She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other 2 children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
Yeah, it's like
The fox
it's like it's
looked high
laggy.
and low, searching for
It's
any
like it's
sign of the
tied
cubs.
to the fox with a
Points
string.
of light
Like
showed
it
the way to this
rotates and
ancient tree.
shifts.
It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
Okay, do we have to go all the way over there? Gonna get a lot of this side view because I'm pretty sure holding W and one of the side keys is faster. It looks faster anyway.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he?
Yeah,
like
it does
a
seem
lumberjack?
like a
That's one way of putting it.
hustle
Wood
train.
was a canvas,
It
and
does
a carving knife was his paintbrush.
seem like just a
Even
walking
after working
type
a
game.
50-hour week, even after
What's
his
that?
hands were more splinters
oh, that's
than
just a weird
steel,
tree.
he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the
Oh,
first
did I miss
toy I
that
could
glowing
remember,
one?
and I loved it.
Whoops.
I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
No, I think hitting 2 is faster. 2 directions. Okay, then I think there's another one this way. I just watch right past. Oh, there it is. Hey, Brain. Can see one right over there. Down. Also a playground. Why you put a little playground thing here? There's a rocket looking thing.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did
I think
it
that one's
once.
boat.
When I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then.
Okay, is there anything else over
I wanted
here?
to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me. So I brought
Okay, no,
a
I think it's
dozen
just
paper
those
cranes
2
I had
left.
made.
Maybe
I
3.
think I told
Yeah,
everyone
there's
how
3 over
badly
there.
I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed.
Buddy.
Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a
I'm
joke
not paying
gift my
attention to the
friends had
dialogue. I
given
hope
me.
I'm not seeing anything important. I was one up
Kids
there
can
as
be
well.
so cruel.
Some of them are.
Alright, let's
I
just go
shouldn't
to
have
this
let them
one
get
first,
to
and we'll
me,
go
but it did.
across.
It's amazing we bounced back at all.
I feel like I might have chosen the least efficient path, just because they couldn't really see what I was going for. I'm gonna break our legs again, this one. Should I go that way or go that way and get one over there? Let's just go this way. I'm hoping we don't have to collect all of them. Okay, was there anything like relevant to the game that they were saying? Or is it just random? Okay, level 2.
My My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious,
Hey, Rest.
but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business.
We can't
than what
really
was going
read
on
any
with
of that.
me.
There's a cop car. It'd be hilarious if we just got into it and started driving. Like those GTA videos of the cows that just like stretch to fit on a motorbike.
We were
It
working
kind of
another late
depends.
night, and my friends were over.
But
seeing
yeah,
how bored they were and how they had come
Oh,
all
some
the way
keys.
out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly,
the
beyond
ratio
belief truck
of
was still in the garage.
how much things
And how we should take
cost
it for a spin.
and
I was only 15.
how much you have to work
so
to
I
like
kinda
pay for
fought it
things
for a
is pretty
while.
high. So a lot
The
of
next
people
thing I
just
knew,
work
we were
all the time.
careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the
That
cliff,
also depends
while
on
my dad's
where in the
cringeworthy
US.
bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow
Because
and purple
each
truck,
state is
throwing beer
basically
bottles
like
and
its own
trash at
country.
anything
You can't
remotely
really
interesting.
group it all into one.
Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River
I need
pulled us
the-
over after he saw us in a bottle rocket into someone's yard.
I need the butterflies for this one.
What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed
I
adults
feel like I could make that without them
and
though.
feeling smaller than ever.
So I almost did the first try. Whoops. And had double jump. Okay, let's just go get the butterflies. I mean, there is quite a bit of truth behind it. Is there anything else up here I need before I jump? Let's put up there. Don't know if it's really worth doing that. Alright, breaking legs time. Hold on, what was up? Oh, just more. Some of the poke. You know, one thing, whenever Europeans come to the US, they're surprised that the yellow school buses are a thing. Like they thought that was only in movies. But that kind of leads into the parents not being around all the time because the school bus picks them up, takes them to school because the parents are already at work.
After
And
he
then
drove me home from the police station,
at the end of the day, it takes them
blew
from
up
school
at
back to
him,
their
saying how
house.
I never wanted to
'Cause
be
the parents
like
are still
him,
at work.
I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for
How's the
good.
cassette tapes?
He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my
Yeah, the
sage
system
teenage
is
wisdom,
really
I thought I proved the
not
ultimate
good.
point.
But the
But my
problem
dad
is
had
we
a
don't,
different idea.
or
He
the
slammed
people in the
brakes,
U.S. don't
slowly
normally
bowed his
see
head
what it's
while
like in other
gripping the steering
countries,
wheel.
so they don't realize it
finally
could be
looked
so
at
much
me.
better. When you get
All
up
he
there, I don't want to
said,
waste these butterflies,
like
but I
it
don't
was a
have to.
polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the
No,
road.
I don't want to waste the. Okay,
I went
fine.
back to the truck,
Didn't we
the
use
wet
them?
tape back in, and sure enough, it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow.
Oh, there's more up here.
I knew you were a crazy teenager, but
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too. It's like I didn't
Okay,
really
well,
know
I
who
tried
that
to use
kid
them
was
in
back
the air, and that did nothing.
I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, "Make this right," to himself, more than to me.
Oh, we probably need to go over there. Yeah, so one crazy thing that you might not know is the U.S. actually has government-funded healthcare. But everyone calls it not universal healthcare because there's the government pays insurance companies, and then the insurance companies pay us. So the only difference between universal healthcare and what we have is there's people in the middle taking a bunch of money out of it. So it's significantly worse. Can we even make this jump? How much do the butterflies do? Oh, I need to collect more butterflies? Great. So I need to find whichever one requires a jump. And get that one first. And I can loop back around to the two that don't need it. But this one I can probably go on that big rock and fall down. And that's the one I'm wearing right now, right? Because I think that's the only two I know of. I wonder if there's one up there. It has to be somewhere I can walk, because the one in the waterfall I had to jump to get. I still haven't been up there. Surely it's not up there, right? There were two? I thought there was just the one up there. I mean, they are there, but is that... Okay, where did I get the first set? Because I haven't got that one. That one I need to get first. Because I have to jump on this rock. Yeah, I don't think I can walk up that. Oh, never mind. Maybe I can. No, I have to jump to get this one. So there's this one. Oh, there's... Okay, that one. Never mind. Okay, and we'll just run over this one again. I'm just gonna skip out on that little collectible thing. Alright, got all three.
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was, and I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
Well, I guess we're doing it again. So there is, like, insurance doesn't pay for all of it, but if you can't or don't, no, let's need that one. Need this one first. If you can't or don't pay, then the government covers up the cost that the insurance won't pay for. I hit the jump button and just hit it too late. Hey, Payne. I forgot I wasn't supposed to jump. He's going alright. Yeah, I feel like the whole insurance thing is such a scam because if you just put aside the money that you would pay into it to, like, save for an emergency, you'd end up with more money overall rather than paying the companies. Great. But most people don't even think about it because it just comes directly out of the paycheck, so they never see the money to start with. Yeah, you pay them a ton of money every month just so if you accidentally break your arm, they'll deny it. And then you gotta fight the system a whole bunch before they'll approve getting it fixed and paying for, like, a cast and the sitting in the hospital or whatever. I think the worst part is that it's timed to having a job. So almost all healthcare is, like, through whoever you're employed with. All right. I don't know if holding makes a difference, but I'll hold it anyway. Oh my god. Where are we supposed to jump up? Is there a smaller part? Like, maybe I have to do it from here? You know what? I don't even need your butterfly. Screw you.
was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down.
Oh, the giant wolves. I couldn't tell
I
what that
wanted
was
to
at
move
first.
to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years.
Alright, definitely going to the guy's room. I assume
put
it's
so
gonna
much
shoot us up.
energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Okay, I was not expecting a level transition there. Yeah, I'm guessing the narrator's dead.
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a
Do I need
cinder
to
block
bring
campfire
something back
at
here?
the site we'd always used behind the house.
Clicking isn't doing anything.
We
Or maybe it
walked
did
down the
something.
mountain path, talking
Okay,
in
that
the warm
was very
sunshine
glitchy.
we only got a couple months of the year.
It's probably
Those
to open
three
this. Can we just
obsidian
jump over
rocks
it?
shimmered alongside the shore,
How is an
almost
invisible
like
wall?
sparklers pressed against
Okay,
a dark
fine. Look
window.
at your quest items.
I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made
Okay,
me
double jump
open
suddenly
up,
just didn't work, but
and we
I don't
talked
need
about
those things
everything
anyway.
that night in that old camouflage tent.
I doubt
Told
we're
him
going to
how
be
much
buying
I love
upgrades,
sketching
so
and design, and how it would be a dream to
probably
study
don't need to collect
architecture in
those.
Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me. On our property, there were old abandoned
There's a
pieces
very
of a shed
flat
and car
can.
long left unused.
A tire
I used
and
to ask him all the time who those
uh,
people were
the back
that
end of
left
the
all
car.
this junk. And I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real. Growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye.
Alright, let's just go get that.
I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
Okay, sometimes the double jump doesn't work. What if I just can't hit it? Yeah, okay, I guess I just can't hit it light. I need to start just going high on every double jump. Okay, there's a thing over there. It kind of just looks like a sleeping bag in a really flat tent, maybe? I'm not gonna bother going over there. I can see a pillar of light that way. But I don't think that's where we need to go, right? Is that just back where we started? Still need one more of the pedestal lights. Okay, blueprints. Yeah, that's the start. I assume the last one's gonna be this way. Yeah, that's probably it. Those seagulls? This place doesn't look like it would be near an ocean. Okay, jump button didn't work. Pretty sure I wouldn't have made that anyway. Oh, never mind. Thought there was a pillar of light in here. Oh, there it is. They gonna give it to me? There we go. I can't be bothered to get those ones up there. It's probably like an achievement or something to get all of them. Because one just popped up for getting 50 stars. Wait, that light isn't where the tree was it? I thought it was more that way. I was probably just a dig spot, right?
My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the light we need to go
He
to.
made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
I'm gonna have to get that other one.
The perpetrator
Alright,
stood
is that
nearby,
a wolf?
unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these
To
stories,
battle.
but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
I missed that one. It's kind of hard to tell how far away those are. Well, it's not horizontal, it's just because it's like it's hard to tell how big it is. But I'm pretty sure it is faster. Because even when I keep looking straight, does that not seem faster? And maybe not changing directions, but because I know there's a thing with games where the game engine kind of just assumes like a joystick. So it says if you're pushing W, go at this, add this much speed. And if you're pushing a sides, add this much speed this way. So if you're going diagonal, you're adding 2 different speeds, and overall you're going, you know, a little bit faster. So you have to properly subtract that speed. Alright, other dig site.
I need to go to bed. I just can't talk about this anymore.
Is that male?
Good night.
Yeah, I think that's male. It's kind of low resolution. Okay, this is new. And I don't like it.
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost. Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like? You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that
Are you
made my
pushing this or
childhood.
following it?
What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came.
Okay, we're following.
I thought that my mother was one of
I know
those
we're
birds.
pushing.
And it made
Am I
me
supposed
want
to be able to
free
push it?
like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day.
I don't think I am
until
supposed
could
to.
fly myself.
I can't tell. Am I doing something wrong? Or is it just dramatic pause to let the music finish?
You have strength, Joseph.
Okay, it was just dramatic
And
pause.
you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting
First
for
deer over
life
here,
to
this more
happen.
sparkly bits over here.
It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent
I feel like I'm not
myself,
supposed to be
how
able to
could
push
I do
this.
that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
And we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
Alright, maybe we just go this way. Oh, hey, we brought you home. Here's Sunny Deer, meet the evil deer. Push. Oh, we can't push these. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to have this here because it doesn't have any kind of. Like, it didn't light up like it should have. Now, I really doubt we can get this across a load screen, but we need to try and save Leo. pretty sure this is the way we're supposed to be going. You just imagine a dev joins the chat and I'm like, why do you have that? Well, I guess we're not gonna have them for much longer. Ow, hold on. Hold on. No, I don't think we'll be able to make it. You know what? That's your new home, Void dear. We'll miss you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have made it through this loading screen anyway.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the jade valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
So that was 72. I guess you can't see it 'cause it's behind the character. But that was 72. I wonder if there's an even 100 in this game. If the narrator did just say we're getting close to the end. But if we are at the end, it's a very short game. Are those people? What is that? Oh no, it's just bush. Slowly loading in. we get over this? Looks like we can. I feel like I might... Yeah, okay, I'm not supposed to be up here. There's an invisible wall. Do we go up to that house? Maybe. Oh wait, do we get around? No, there's more wall. Okay, I think we might need to get up to that house. Oh, there's a cluing thing. Oh, we need to get to that tree, right? Oh, that's a hospital bed. Alright, where was that dig spot? Okay, well, I'm not going all the way over there to get that one. There's one over here, though, wasn't there? Guess we go to that one. We already missed out on 100% in this game, so I'm not gonna waste my time, like, going to get those two or anything.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays, and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid. Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
Alright, pause fight time. I can't move.
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first
Depression
tree on
doesn't
Earth
work when you
brought
have no
life with
idea
it,
what's going on.
if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the
Okay,
opposite
I can't
of life,
jump.
but a part of it. More and more,
There we go.
I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
I assume we're supposed to be going up here, right? I guess we can always fall down if we don't need to be up here. That guy can't move. Take your answer here. Nah. It's going nuclear.
I guess her journey was over. But I have no idea. It was only a dream. A distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
Okay, is there gonna be part 2? Oh, man, its sensitivity's high. Hold on. That still feels crazy high, but So this was unexpected. Is this like a post-credit thing, or is this a new game? This better not be a horror game now. Okay, I can run. That's nice. Okay, well, it's an invisible wall that way. Did you hear that? Okay, there's invisible walls everywhere. Like, maybe there's more rooms in the house? Or I could go this way. Check the mail. If outgoing mail. Who comes to get mail from here? One very dedicated mailman. Okay, well, we can't go that way. Okay, well, those power lines. There has to be just like a town right across, right over that hill. Okay, that's where we started. I really hate this. Well, you can't put up power lines by yourself. They have to be done by, like, the government. And the only way they would run them this far is if there's something, like, right over there that we can't see. Maybe in the shed? Okay, we're in America at least. I don't think there's anything I can do in here. Yeah, I think they just kind of threw this together. Didn't really think about it because those cylinders, I'm pretty sure those are the transformers. And you only need those when you go from the main lines down to a house. So they shouldn't be on that one. I think they kind of just put it there to justify, having AC on the side of the house. Okay, I'm gonna assume this is, like, the end of the game. There's no real objective, because I feel like I've been everywhere. Is there a map? No, there's no map. Now I can't jump off. Yeah, it looks like it. Because there's that one, that one. That one has one. Oh, let's go back around. I'm pretty sure those are only at the ends, where it changes from power lines down to smaller power for a house. Yeah, there's another one. Yeah, when they're making this, they probably just copy-pasted the same one over and over. And I can't go that way anymore. Wait. Why do I suddenly have an icon? Maybe this isn't the end? Is it this area, or did it just tell me to go there? Okay, I think it was telling me to go there. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. This house has 3 air conditioners. At least I'm pretty sure those are air conditioners. They might be heaters, but I'm pretty sure it's AC. They have 3 air conditioners. And I don't even get one. And this place looks like it'd be cold year-round. I think this game is what a European thinks America's like or something. Okay, so I wanted me to go here. Oh, there we go. Why would you choose to be out here when there's a house just right up there?
What the hell?
Okay, found the secret ending. They unlocked the invisible wall. know some houses in America, they have one air conditioning unit, and then they have a air duct system that goes to each room. There's a little vent where it goes out, so that you don't need one for every room. Oh, test the speed. Yeah, we're overtaking him by a lot if we just use both. Well, maybe. Are we overtaking faster? Yeah? Okay, proof. Proof that we go faster when we're holding both. Well, maybe not, because we're not overtaking as fast anymore. Probably should have been looking at the scenery. I mean, do you have hot water heaters over there where it's like a big tank of hot water? So I think those are more efficient. Rather than heating the water up from cold to hot, like right away. That takes a ton of power. But for a hot water heater, you put in a little power over time and then just like keep it warm. Also, it got daytime really quick. I wouldn't be surprised if we got multiple song copyrights on this when this goes on YouTube.
What is this?
I don't know, it uses the same tube, I'm pretty sure. Alright, finally get to see what the tree says. Okay, well, that's a lie. Wasn't this whole game about them not being here? Oh, they're the wolf, right? Baby? No, the other person was the deer. Okay, now it's over. I'm pretty sure when I tab out, it's just going to minimize the game and pause it. And you know what? Oh, music's still going. I don't care about the credits. Oh wait, is it still... Okay, it's still getting picked up by OBS. Alright, no small streamers. It's in a raid today. Is that the end of the credits? Okay, after credits scene, where Thanos comes in. Sorry, that's the end of that. So tomorrow, what is next? Tomorrow we'll either do Pow World or Toen. Or Tone. The black and white picture one. I don't know how it's pronounced. And then after that, we only have 3 games left. But I guess by then we'll have at least the new games this week from Epic. And then I don't know what we're going to do when we run out of games. So I'm pretty sure I've gone through the whole list and it's everything. But anyway, I guess we'll figure out what happens when we get there. So, come here, everyone.